Yeah, I mean, we're definitely going to talk about Kevin Durant because he's been dominating free agency. And honestly, to be honest, I am tired of Kevin Durant. Really, I'm tired of free agency, not Kevin Durant. I'm just tired of free agency. I'm exhausted because the news broke that he requested a trade, and that was last week, and nothing has happened. And we live in a society of now, now, now. So I'm tired. I'm tired of waiting. I just want to know what's happening with him and Kyrie. So there will be no profanity today, but we will still be discussing Kevin Durant. And like you mentioned, Imman, the Raptors are a team that potentially is in the running for Kevin Durant. I think right now they have the Vegas second best odds. So tell me about that. What do you think are the chances of the Raptors getting Kevin Durant?
First, I just want to say we're living in an era of the NBA where a player can be signed for 4 years without a single player option and still be dictating NBA free agency. Like, you're not a free agent. You won't be a free agent until 2026? Like, you have a long time left. The fact that this is what's dominating free agency is hilarious in and of itself. And as for the Raptors' chances of getting Kevin Durant, I do think that they probably have the best offer to put forth. The Raptors just don't want to put that forward. And understandably so. Scottie Barnes was just the Rookie of the Year. I think a deal for Kevin Durant will probably have to revolve around a guy like Scottie Barnes. I know a lot of people have been tossing the name Pascal Siakam out there. Pascal Siakam, for one, is 28, and the Nets seem to want someone who is 24 and under. And that's an all-star caliber player. Sure, that is Pascal Siakam, but he is older than that. And beyond that, I don't know that the Raptors want to bring in a guy like Kevin Durant, whose window title is right now, like his window title was yesterday, and have him paired next to a 20-year-old who is still learning and still growing and not yet at that all-star level. There's no doubt in my mind that Scottie Barnes can reach that. He's just not there right now. So if the Raptors were to use someone like Pascal in a trade, that would probably mean they're pairing him alongside Fred VanVleet, who's great and was an all-star last year, and Scottie Barnes. And I just don't know that that team is ready to win a title right away. Whereas pairing Kevin Durant with Pascal Siakam, we just saw Pascal with Kawhi. He was the perfect Scottie Pippen to Kawhi's Michael Jordan. He is the perfect secondary option on a championship team. That's a team that the Raptors would probably want to put forth, but I don't think the Raptors have the stomach to trade a 20-year-old for someone who's 34 and has only played 95 games in the last 3 years. That just seems like too much to give up for someone like Kevin Durant. And although we've seen Masai make big swings in the past, this would be the biggest and the riskiest, and Masai's not that kind of president.
Okay. I've seen some people suggesting that you wouldn't have to give up Scottie Barnes or Pascal, and I'm like, are the Brooklyn Nets imbeciles? But I'm not sure. I mean, like, why would anyone do a trade that didn't involve at least one of those two players?
Honestly, not to disparage the Spurs at all, but I was thinking the same thing when I was like, you're not going to include Pascal or OG in a trade for Kawhi Leonard. Why would the Spurs ever agree to something like that? And it got done. So Masai's done it before, but I do think that when people are saying that the Raptors would not give up anything like Gary and OG, but nothing sort of more than that, they're kind of operating off of like what Masai is probably offering there. And I do believe that that's what the Raptors would feel comfortable giving up. And if we're looking at the history of Masai trades, one thing he does do is take advantage of teams that might have, you just called them an imbecile, a moment like that, just like a brief moment. He did that with the Kings a number of times. He's done that with the Knicks a bunch of times, whether he was the president or general manager of the Denver Nuggets or the Toronto Raptors. So he kind of preys on teams in this position, never operates from having a lower hand. He only ever operates from having the upper hand. And I think if the Raptors get involved in a Nets deal, it's because the Raptors feel like they have the upper hand. If they're giving up too much, I just don't see Kevin Durant being a Raptor, which is why I don't think it's all that likely to happen.
Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.